Hi besties. Today we went a little glitter crazy. This is the look that I did today. While you're here besties, please check out the links in my link tree. I have several links to support the humanitarian crises happening in Tigray, Ethiopia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, as well as Haiti, as well as some immigration resources linked to my link tree, and some Palestinian families that I'm trying to raise money for. So if you can't donate, please share this video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jan. I use she, her pronouns, and I only do it for the girls, the gays, and the theys. And I'm not wearing nails today because I'm still letting them air out from the last time that I had nails on. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I post on here pretty frequently. I also have a TikTok that I will link. But I'd love to have you here. I'm a smaller content creator, so if you like, comment, share if you feel so inclined. It would really help me out, especially as a smaller creator. I would love to have you. If you don't know what to comment like whether you like glitter or not, or what your Halloween plans are. Like, tell me if you started shopping for Halloween, if you celebrate Summerween. Tell me all the things. Tell me what your favorite holiday is. Just like, or say hey in the comments. Totally fine. If you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, besties, I'm going to take M167 from Grungecore, which is this beautiful shimmery red. It's got a pink undertone. I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush, and we are just going to put this kind of above the crease. I'm patting it in because I left the paint pot unset. This is kind of going to be our transition shade. I want this shade up here, but I'm going to do a darker color on the lid. Apologies for the squeakiness of my chair, but I'm just patting that in like that. So that is what we're looking like. Just like a little kind of rough outline. I think I'm going to go ahead and put down the black. So I'm going to take the Trad Goth palette from Jessica Hayes and Mob Beauty. I'm going to take the shade Black. I'm going to take a flat shader brush that looks like this. We're just going to get a bunch of that in there. And again, I did leave the paint pot unset, so this will have the maximum pigment. So I am just patting that in, just like that. And we're going to put this all over the lid. Now I'll start to kind of blend it up. Also, excuse my upper lip. I poked myself in the face this morning because I'm a spastic human being, so, but I'm not upset about the fact that it makes my lips look a little bit fatter. I'm going to take like a blending brush that looks like that and blend that up just a little bit. I am going to take some of the gray shade as well to kind of help with the blending, but I wanted to get the colors where they were going to go. So I'm going to take the shade Shadow Play from Trad Goth, which is that gray. And then we're going to pop that in there just with that fluffy brush just to kind of get a blend. I feel like I've heard before that you're not supposed to use like a shimmer in the crease the way that I did with this red, but I think if it's a pigmented shadow, just like do what you want to do. I also went back in with that shade from the Courtney Quarantine palette because I was blending up the gray and it was kind of losing some of the red. So I just want to make sure that that red definitely peeks through, but I also want to make sure that there's a smooth transition from black to red. And I'm just going to go ahead and use a wipe and kind of clean up some of the edges with my flat shader brush that I used for the black. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit more of that just to kind of reinforce that black pigment on the lid. When you blend, sometimes the original kind of color concentration gets a little bit too blendy, so I just want to make sure that we keep the integrity of both colors while also making sure that everything looks beautiful and diffused, and we're going for a gradient. I'm going to take some of Blanc from the Trad Goth palette, which is this beautiful like white, and I'm just going to get a little bit of highlight in there just like that. This will also help with like the blend. So just on like a fluffy brush that looks like this. This is from BH Cosmetics from like a few years ago. I'm not going for like a stark white highlight, but doing this kind of helps the edges look a little bit more diffused. See, it's not like stark white, but there's definitely like a difference. I'm also going to go back in with what's left on my brush and just make sure, yeah, just can be diffused. But like I said, I want to make sure that the integrity of that color is still there. So there's definitely like a difference from side to side. I want to do like a little bit of shimmer in the center. So I'm going to take M111, which is a Jessica Hayes Mob Beauty Cream Clay Shadow. It's this beautiful lavender because I want to put Blackmoon Cosmetics, the lavender, the Moon Diamonds, I think it's called, this pigment on top. So I want to get kind of a tacky base for that. So it's like a white base with like a duochrome. It's got like some pinkiness. I'm just going to use that Jessica Hayes Mob Beauty M111 Cream Clay Shadow very, very lightly, just on my ring finger, just for some tackiness for the pigment to stick to. So I'm just going to put that right in the center. I'm going to take that same ring finger on this pigment. I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger. Hold it like this because I want to get some onto the cap. I don't want to like dump my finger in pure glitter. Not that that would be a bad thing, but I'm just going to use what is on the cap on my finger. And we are just going to pop that right there. See, there's a fish in there. Get a little bit more like, that's what I love about pigments like this and glitters like this, is because on top of a black shadow or like anything darker, it brings out those different tones. That looks so cool. Oh my god. You know what? I said I was gonna dump my hand into pure pigment. I'm a liar because I'm diving in. Look at freaking that. I literally die. Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna start working on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime that. I want to do definitely like a dark smokiness. So I'm gonna do some black liner, and I think I want to use that shimmery brown shade from the Courtney Quarantine Grungecore palette. Courtney calls it the bronze. It's got a name. That is the shade M168 right here, which is this beautiful kind of bronzy brown. I'm just gonna take that on a brush that looks like this. We're just gonna run that along the lower lash line just for a base color. The shade is so pretty. Like a kind of diffused bronzy moment. I'm gonna take my Beauty Creations Outer Space liner and tightline, but then we're also going to smudge into the bronze shade. So just like that. Sometimes when I know I want to smudge, I kind of put a little bit like right below there because it kind of leaves like a little bit of extra product, and then I can go in and take my lovely flat shader brush that looks like this, and then we are just going to use that and smudge her. Because of the fact that I put down that bronze shade first, it's going to have that bronzy tone on the outer portion. Like, it'll diffuse out into the bronzy shade. Sorry, I always forget how close I need to get to the camera for y'all to be able to see. Okay, besties, I do want to take a little bit more of that bronze shade, and I'm just going to smoke that out just down here on that same brush. I also want to incorporate some of this Sapphire Dreams shade, which is another Moon Diamond shade from Blackmoon Cosmetics. It's like a white with like some blue sparkles in her. There's like blue and lavender, and it's gorgeous. I want to put a little bit of this on top of my eye. Oh, I'm just shaking that on my finger, and just because with the blue and the purple, it's gonna give galaxy. Alrighty, my besties, that's what we're looking like. Besties, I'm gonna take it one step further. I'm gonna use Emerald Dreams, which is the third Moon Diamond shade that I own. Like a green. I'm gonna pop that in there too, just because, like, why not? I don't know, I think it looks cool. I'm going glitter crazy today, I think. And I like how, I don't know, I just really, I'm just having a moment. Like, I think that looks so cool. I'm gonna take a little bit of that on a brush that looks like this in the center of my lower lash line, just like right below where like my actual center of my eye is. The name for that escapes me at the moment. It's a little trick that I like to do to just bring kind of focus on the center. It's really, really subtle. I'm gonna take a little bit of that on this shader brush too and just really concentrate that. That's fun. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face makeup and be right back. I do have a video on my TikTok of my skin prep routine. I will do a longer, more in-depth video on YouTube if y'all would like. I need to restock a couple products. I'm kind of using some things up in the meantime. Also, let me know, because this is like a non-makeup video that I've thought about making for a little bit, and I might honestly just go ahead and make it, but I have a very large t-shirt collection and I kind of just want to like get on the internet and yap about like one of my special interests and show y'all all of my t-shirts. Like, so let me know if that would be something that y'all would be like interested in. If not, I might just go ahead and make it anyway, because I love my t-shirts, but I am primarily like a makeup skincare channel, so I wasn't sure if anybody would want to see that or be receptive to it. I might just go ahead and make it anyway because it would make me happy. So, but let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see that, because any encouragement is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face makeup and be right back. I have so much to tell you, besties. Let's go from top to bottom. As always, I'm wearing my Kiss So Wispy Lashes style 11. I love these. I did end up going in with the Emerald Eclipse shade all over my lower lash line. I just could not help myself. It's such a beautiful shade. For my inner corner, I have the Sarazaar Cosmetics Ethereal Pigment. Y'all have seen me use this before. It is this beautiful holographic pigment, and yeah, I'm obsessed with it. On my cheeks is my go-to cheek combo lately. So I have my M150 Cream Clay Blush. This is from Internet Grunge from Courtney Quarantine and Mob Beauty. And then I have the M158 Cream Clay Shadow from Southern Goth, which is this one right here. And I really like it. Also, I'm wearing my Ghost Face highlight. I specifically use the top one, which is the white that kind of has a pink shift. I love her. Also with a little bit of my Half Magic Beauty Dopamine Sparkle on top and on my brow bone. My lip combo, as always, was a journey. So I started off with my Glamlight Ghost Face lip liner, which is a dark brown. And then I took this shade from the Southern Goth palette. This is M156. So it's that beautiful, like olivey green color. And then I took Courtney's M148 matte lip, which is a wet concrete, and just kind of patted it on top. And then I took the Suspended Sparkle Balm from Southern Goth, which is M163. So that's what that one looks like. It's like a white that has like a green reflect, and I just thought it went really well with this look. And then I also, to make sure that the corners were nice and dark, I took my NYX Line Loud lip liner in Evil Genius, which is just a black, but on top of that cream clay, it's really nice and diffused. I will have all the products that are on my face listed down below in the description box. If you've made it to the end of this video, you're my favorite human being in the entire world. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.